Good afternoon. I'm at a place called Tower Hill in the Western District of Victoria. Tower Hill's an old volcano crater and now a wildlife reserve. I'm on my way down to Portland to do the Great Southwest Walk, so that's a fair drive, so I'm just stopping here to do a bit of a walk. Found this walk in one of Tyrone Thomas's old books and kind of made up a map on all trails that'll get me through. There's tracks everywhere here. It's a very, very popular spot, this, for the locals. So there's a lot of walking tracks, picnic facilities, emus. I've just been checking out the emus. So I'm heading up Tower Hill to start with on the peak climb. And then I'm going to loop back and kind of drop down to the lake level and walk around that. That's the plan. My notes are, once again, probably at least 20 years old, so things may have changed. We'll see how we go. All right, I'll spin the camera around. Okay, we're not talking great high mountains here. But it is probably a bit of a lookout. It's a nice day. It's probably about 20 degrees. It's mostly blue sky. There's a bit of cloud around, but it's not too bad. All right, I'm keen to get away from the picnic area and get out of my own a bit. Okay, I'm going to climb up here. I'm going to come back along the entrance road there to make this little bit into a circuit. It's fairly short circuit, but still a circuit. So, climb is progressing well. I think this is the top up here. Doesn't mean I'm not sound like Puff and Billy, but it's only taken 5 minutes to get up here though. So that's the lake or one of the lakes that I was talking about up here. That's looking down towards Port Fairy. I've got the Tower Hill Humpy here. There's the crater kind of walls going around the outside. Tower Hill Humpy looks quite livable actually. So that's Bass Strait out there. So I'm close to the ocean. So this is the actual Tower Hill summit up here, the lookout. I don't know if you can hear that truck. That's the Princess Highway just down on the other side of the lake. So I've left the main paved path to the summit. I'm dropping back via this lesser track around, kind of following the rim of one of the vents. I don't think I've mentioned it, but country's very dry at the moment. They're pretty well in drought down in Western Victoria, kind of southeastern South Australia at the moment. They haven't had much rain at all. So if you came here in like springtime or after winter rains, it'd probably be a lot greener. There'll be a lot more water around, I'm guessing. It's been a long time since I've walked here. probably 15 years at least, I reckon. But I do remember it being a little bit greener than this. These eucalypts look like mallee trees. I reckon. Nice colours. Okay, I've done my little loop over Tower Hill and around the crater. I'm just heading back to the car park, the picnic area, the main picnic area now, and I'm going to do another loop kind of north of that area, which will be kind of down near the lakeside. So there'll probably be a few water views, I guess. So yeah, I'm back at the picnic area now. Gee, I'm copping some weird looks from the day kind of trippers. Well, I'm a day tripper too, but from the kind of picnickers, I'm not sure. Could be my pink dirty girl gators. Anyway, I'll get over it. There's some emus knocking around here. If I can get a shot on one, I will. Okay. I'm not sure which one of those I'm following, if any. I'm heading towards the journey to the last volcano. Sounds very impressive. So I know I've mentioned this before, maybe not in this vid. This Western District of Victoria has, in geological terms, fairly recent volcanic history. There's little volcanoes, old dormant or old volcanoes dotted all over the Western District. So I've left the main track, following some of these older tracks. They're not signposted, these ones. This is the stuff that I've found them. They're mapped online. Well, there's a track on the map, and I'm actually finding a track here. But the Tower Hill Reserve isn't signposting this, so I'm guessing it's an old track that they want to not encourage too many people to use, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously getting used by bikes and people. It's not too bad. You won't get lost in this place. I mean, you're in a volcano. An extinct volcano. That's part of the fun of following notes that are 20, 25 years old. You never quite know where you're going to end up. This would be better, obviously, with more water. These mud flats were covered. So I'm tracking along with this lake beside me here. Quite a lot of ducks in there. This is actually, this is actually a game reserve, so I think they actually hunt them here. I've seen a few 12 gauge cartridges on the ground. What I haven't seen that I thought I probably would is a few snakes. So you think with the fresh water, I'm gathering it's fresh water, beside me there'd be some snakes around. But nothing yet. And no luck with the emus. I think they all hang around the picnic area. They're not silly. I've got about 3 k's to go, so I might get lucky with the wildlife yet. We shall see. So the sun's trying to come out, but it's kind of struggling. said before though, it's a nice temperature. Certainly not too hot and certainly not too cold. It's in the Goldilocks zone. And I haven't seen another person on the trail since I left the picnic area. So it would appear that most people don't venture far from their cars. Although sample size of one and all that. Okay, so I've had to deviate now off Tyrone's route. I should be down near a lake down there, but both the access tracks are closed down to it for revegetation, I guess. So rather than do the wrong thing, I'm making up an alternate now. I'm heading back. Looks like I'm going to be going over the top instead of around the lake. That's all right. We're not talking huge hills there. So I think this saddle up here is probably the top, I'm guessing. Gee, the bush is struggling in the dry. I'm thinking there must be maybe goats or rabbits or something giving it a hard time too. It is dry, but this is really denuded. Alright, back at the car park. So there's picnic table, toilets, electric barbecues, the whole shebang here. The emus have long since made themselves scarce. The lunch hour must be over. That walk came, I don't know, a bit over 6.3 k's or something, I think, and about 180 metres climbing. Like I said, it was one of Tyrone Thomas's old walks, but I mean the notes that old that some of the tracks have been closed. That said, there's plenty of walks here on all trails. They're all in the kind of shorter range. This will be one of the longer kind of walks. I joined a few tracks together. So yeah, worth visiting if you're down Warrnambool kind of Port Fairy, Portland kind of area. Definitely breaks up the drive a little bit, that's for sure. All right, I'll catch you on the next one, which could be the Great Southwest Walk maybe.